Coming to you from beautiful Flagstaff, Arizona, this is the Drinking Horn Meadcast. Join us as we take a deeper dive into mead and mead culture. Look at that beauty.
Do they have it in pints?
Yeah, I haven't drank in a glass of mead in a pint in a long time. Oh, man.
It's beautiful.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of the Drinking Horn Meadcast.
Meadcast.
We're here at episode number 26.
Ooh, that's a big number.
Ding dong. Hello, come on in to episode number 26.
Welcome in.
Yeah, welcome in, everybody. So this is an episode of Release the Mead.
Mead. Wait, sorry.
That's okay. You can do that anytime you want. Just don't get annoying by that. Don't overuse it.
I won't. It.
And this Release the Mead is based... Well, hold on a second. Who are you?
I am Evan Anderson. And who are you?
I am Nick Irvin. And we are your hosts here at your favorite podcast ever.
Absolutely.
Yeah. And you know that to be true. What you need to do is you need to subscribe and then tell at least... How many people should they tell about the Meadcast?
6.
6 people. Okay, if you can get to 6 people, then send us a self-addressed stamped envelope to our meadery or mead hall, and we will send you a gold star.
Yes. A good one, like a sticky gold star that you can stick it wherever you want.
Imagine you give them one that's not sticky, it's not a sticker. I never even would think about a gold star that's not a sticker. Like,
I guess that's true. It's implied in the gold star.
Yeah, to me, I don't know. Maybe, I don't know. I never got gold stars in school, so I don't even know. Maybe they weren't sticky. Just kidding.
He got gold. He got all the gold stars.
Give me all the stars. Give me all the stars. All right, another blistering start out of the gate. We are here for a Release the Mead episode for none other than our Mango Reaper Mead.
It's funny that you said blistering.
Oh, yeah, because of spiciness.
It's spicy.
Yeah.
It's not that spicy.
It's not. Yeah, let's get that out of the way right off the bat. I'm being attacked by Mothra over here.
I'm watching. It's fun.
Yeah.
And I got $1 on Mothra.
Yeah, you should. It gets me in the eye. I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm going to cry. That's something to get out of the way right off the bat. It is a mead. We'll talk about it here, about the chili peppers that are used. One of them being right now the Guinness Book hottest pepper. But I always like to say right off the bat to people, don't fear the Reaper.
Don't fear the Reaper. Come on, baby. Don't fear the Reaper. It's true, because it's got like the spice level that hits you right off the front is all that it does. Yeah. It takes it up to its 100% level right off the bat. And like a lot of times with spicy drinks, like you drink one sip and you're like, ooh, that's a little spicy. That's good. But I'm a little afraid to keep drinking it. And like this one isn't like that. I think the honey and the mango really help balance it out too.
That's a great point. I had never thought about that characteristic of the heat. It doesn't build like some other spicy dishes.
No build at all. It is 100% up front. You get it a little bit on the lips, a little bit on the tongue, a little bit in the back of the throat, and then it's like, that's all I got.
Yeah, which is so nice.
Yeah.
So nice. So Mango Reaper. I guess we kind of explained it right there. You listed the ingredients
end of episode.
And everything. Yeah. So
we didn't
enjoy and
yeah, have fun. Thank you all for listening. We didn't get into the peppers at all. We got lots more.
Oh yeah. Way more. I mean not a whole lot more, but like way more.
And of course, we're going to be drinking a little Mango Reaper as we do this. So
we are. I'm kind of excited about that because there's been a couple episodes lately where we don't drink. We have a lot to do, but it's Friday.
It's Friday.
You got a lot of stuff to do, but you ain't necessarily going to do a lot more stuff.
I know. This is the end of day.
Yeah.
Clover's broken today. Our POS system is on the fritz.
Yeah. So we're drinking. Yeah. So we've got some Mango Reaper. Well, cheers.
Cheers.
Ooh, people are going to love that sound.
Hopefully it's not too loud.
Nice.
I'm an aggressive cheers. I'm one of those people.
Yeah, someone just like screeched out. They thought like something hit their car. Sorry. Yeah, Mango Reaper Mead is we take our traditional mead, we added yummy, delicious mango juice to it, and then we took some peppers and...
Kent-Atkins Mango.
Oh, Kent-Atkins Mango.
Got to be specific. There's multiple kinds of mango out there.
That way people know if they're on the Atkins diet, they can have this mango.
I'm pretty sure. Isn't that how that works?
Yeah.
I think that's what they named it for.
Nice. Kent... Oh, I had cheers and I didn't drink. Shame on
Now
me.
we got to cheers again.
Oh.
And we're drinking that sucker room temperature.
Mm-hmm.
Which
not
I
mad.
like.
Yeah.
No, I think it brings out the heat a little bit.
True. Yes.
I think if you drink it cold, which is, we've always talked about like how fun that kind of is with mead, that you can drink it warm, you can drink it cold, you can drink it heated, and you kind of get an entirely different flavor profile out of it. Never a bad one, really, except for the carbonated stuff. I don't like warm carbonated is.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe the Germans kind of do
That's
sometimes.
what I was about to say.
Yeah. But yeah, it's great room temperature. I do have it on ice every once in a while if I'm feeling that way, like if I'm drinking, in the heat of the day.
In the heat of the day, drinking my mango with ice in it. Yeah.
I was kind of hoping it would continue there.
That's all I got.
Yeah. So yeah, I can feel that spice right there. If you guys out there in Earhole Land, I don't know why I said that, in Earhole Land, have had the Mango Reaper before, you know the spice we're talking about. But if you haven't, I think Evan described it pretty well. It hits you at first. I can feel it in my throat.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I get it. Yeah. I get it on my lips, mostly my bottom lip, because that's like I have a problem keeping drinks in my mouth, so it dribbles out, and like it's on the bottom lip. I get a little burny burn.
It probably gets in your lip ring hole.
My lips might be a little chapped too from our production field trip the other day.
Oh yeah, we went to the river, went to Colorado, went on to the Colorado River.
Yeah.
Thank you for that.
Follow us on TikTok if you want to see the video of us having a good time and performing shenanigans.
Yeah, and I'll post it on Instagram as well eventually. I just TikTok for sure. Go to
TikTok trial.
Yeah. Yeah. So cool. So this is a release and meet episode. So we'll talk a little bit about Reaper. I want to ask you if you remember, which you probably do, but maybe you don't. If you remember the origins of this recipe.
I absolutely.
Oh, good.
So this is another one of Nick Perez's brainchilds, I would say. Yeah, it's all grown up now and it's full batch size. Ooh, spice got to Nick over there. You gotta be careful.
My baby sounds got to me.
that does make me cough. Yeah, so this is one of Nick Perez's brainchilds, and it's a tasty beverage. We originally did it as a 5-gallon Reaper Mead batch, where we just kind of like run crazy stuff and sort of see what people like, and people loved this one. Mm-hmm. Something that we never got to do with it was the tahine. I was just giving it a blank spot. Y'all good over there?
Yeah.
All right.
Did you hear that?
No.
Oh, it was only me.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's why I got terrified.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
Continue.
So it was an experimental batch, did 5 gallons of it. And the part that we never got to get, like the customers loved it. They absolutely loved it. We went through it extremely fast. And what the part we never got to get to was doing the rim job on it.
Yeah.
Which
Maybe
is like,
you didn't.
That's why this bottle looks weird. So we would do like a tahine. I don't remember what the syrup was that we used on there.
Is it maybe like agave syrup? Maybe.
No, it's something. No. It's like bright orange.
Oh.
Yeah. Glad I'm bringing it up without us knowing the name.
Yeah. Evaporated Gatorade?
Yeah, it looked like it. It's like bright orange, and like we kind of like, you do like a salt rim with like a margarita and that sort of thing. Mm-hmm. Well, we used tahine was the dry part of it, and then the wet part was something that Nick will add into the notes later once we remember it. Sriracha?
I put it on everything.
Nah, it's not sriracha.
No. Yeah, so I looked it up and we put in... The ingredient referred to here is chamoy. And so that's what we use. Remember?
Oh, that's right. That's right. Mm-hmm. It was tasty. It was pretty tasty. We're actually probably going to run that possibly as a cocktail here before too long. So we'll see. If you're listening to this right off the bat when it gets released, you get some of that cocktail. If you're listening to it a year from now, I'm sorry. We drank it all. Let me tell you, it was delicious.
Cool. So was there any kind of, and I don't remember this. I don't know if I was like, what I was doing. But was there any back and forth about the types of peppers that would be used to spice it?
Yeah, there was. There was a lot of back and forth about it. And
I knew that.
He's got me. You just prodded me into answering a question. Zap. So there definitely was, and we kind of played around a lot. It was right at the same time that we were kind of creating the New Mexican mead, which is like got green chili in it. And so we were playing around with a whole bunch of different peppers between jalapenos, serranos, green chilies, the Ghost, the Reaper, and just a whole bunch of other peppers, and just kind of trying to see what we really ended up liking. That was my gurgle. I hope you leave it in there.
No, that was me.
Oh, that was your gurgle?
It was the Kraken wanting to come out, yeah.
The Kraken. And we ended up kind of with the Ghost peppers and the Carolina Reaper is what we ended up using for the Mango Reaper Mead. Woo-hoo. And I love the Carolina Reapers. They are, not like, I'm not going to eat a whole one. I don't love them that much. I ain't going to marry one. But they're, I like the smoky taste to them. Like without them being roasted, they taste almost roasted to me. Huh. So that's something that I really just enjoy about that pepper in general.
Yeah, I love smoky things. So that may be why this is, by the way, side note, this is my favorite mead that we make.
And that's not like just Nick saying that to hype up this seasonal. Like no. This is straight up. Nick will usually do a mead hiatus once this one is gone, and he'll just stop drinking mead for like a month.
Yeah.
Just because he's sad.
And the opposite is true too. As soon as this came out, I've drinking more mead than
Nick's
I have in a while.
Nick's been drunk for a week.
Yeah. I haven't run or gone to the gym in No, it is my absolute favorite, and maybe that smokiness of the Reaper has something to do with it. We can talk a little bit about the peppers, if this is a good spot for it. I think it is.
I think it is.
Yeah.
I think it is.
So you kind of alluded to which ones we settled on, the Ghost Pepper and the Carolina Reaper. And it's interesting. I would like to see. I don't know. I wonder if there are more. Maybe you've seen this combination of peppers in other things, or did we maybe hit on something that just happens to work? Does that make sense?
Yeah. No. It's a good question. And I'm really not too sure. So I think part of Perez's inspiration for this was like the time that he spent living in New Mexico, and like that Mexican candy that's like it's basically this mead, and it's like mango and chili all put together. But I think that's actually red chili, like red like hatch chili.
Oh, that makes sense coming out of New Mexico.
Yeah, and so I think that's more common. I think for those, but it could be that they use that other stuff in it too. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe we have a listener out there who is kind of chili savvy, or maybe our friends over at Food a Day or Every Day is a Food Day podcast. They did a whole episode on peppers, on chilies.
Yeah,
and so maybe in their research they looked at combinations or not. And you know what? I just said that our friends at, and I feel like a lot of people say that when they're doing collaborations or doing something. They're like our friends, blah blah blah, and they're not really, but like. We are friends with Food a Day podcast.
I think we can claim that.
Yeah,
I think we can claim that.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, so that's kind of what
I was actually having flashbacks today. I was like, are we sure that we didn't do this already? I feel like we did it, but we talked about it a lot on their podcast because that was when it was out again. Yeah,
that's right. Yeah, it seemed like
which means that was almost a year ago.
Maybe I'm looking at it actually right now. No. It wasn't a year ago, so it may have been at the tail end of when
it must have been at the tail end. Yeah. We do like to double or sometimes triple make this batch.
Yes.
So instead of just like 150 gallons like our normal batches, sometimes we end up with 450, which is what happened this year.
So 450 is how many batches?
3 batches.
Man, so we should go back and see which varieties we've triple batched. Seasonals. We've triple batched.
And not many. This is the first year of us triple batching anything.
Yeah, they should get like a little mention. Maybe a gold star.
Ooh, a sticky one.
A sticky one? Oh, yes.
Hey, I think it's lemon ginger, methaglen, mango reaper, and I think that's it.
Has America ever tripled?
Never. Oh, wait, did we this year? I don't know. That one's up in the air.
Yeah. Up in the air.
Yeah.
Cool. I think that'd be kind of cool to look back and see which ones we've tripled.
Yeah, we need bigger tanks.
Yeah. We do. Well, and then the prequel to that is we need more space.
Yes. This is a continuous
and
issue.
The prequel to that is
we got to get our neighbors to move. We got to scare them off.
Get out of here.
If you have any ideas about how to scare off a neighbor, please send them to us. We'd love to read them on here.
Especially videos.
Yeah.
Show us examples. Send examples to Nick at drinkinghornmeadery.com.
Perfect.
Yeah, the one time we get like 1,000 entries. I'm like looking through them like, my eyes.
Like, oh, these are actually some pretty good ones.
Oh, yeah, that's nice.
Give that a try.
Oh, he must work out. So we have the Carolina. Wow. The Carolina Reaper pepper and the ghost pepper in this in a combination. And so I just wanted to kind of talk a little bit about those peppers. Just touch on them because
I actually don't know which one you were referencing as the Guinness World Book of Records hottest pepper.
Right on. So it depends where in time and space you are because they both have achieved that just at different times. So the ghost pepper, and there are actually lots of different varieties of ghost pepper, but the most used is the red ghost pepper, like we used.
Are they all just denoted by color?
Oh man, no. I remember there were some different ones, but that was a prevailing description of it, like yellow, red.
And are they actually different peppers? So like with green chilies, if you string up a bunch of green chilies and leave them in the sun and let them dry out, you know what they turn into?
What?
Red chilies.
Oh, I thought like
there is
something
no
like
red
hippopotamus or something.
That would be really cool. I would have so many hippos. But they actually like just sticking them up in the air, drying them out helps change the color. That's why you never see like chili ristras with green peppers. I mean, you do if they're fresh.
Say that word again. What was it?
Ristra? Chili ristras.
Oh, cool.
I said it way better the first time, and then I got nervous.
No. I like that.
It's those like, I mean, in New Mexico, it's a cultural thing. We would always, like, everybody has chili ristras hung from, like, their, back porch or whatever.
Yeah, I can picture them.
Like yeah. And nice. So, but they're always red, and it's because they start out as green when they're fresh, and by the time they dry out, they end up turning red.
Nice.
So not actually different peppers.
Learning.
They're just aged. So I was just curious if, like, if the ghost peppers are that same sort of way too.
Yeah, and you can see me right now, like frantically trying to.
I can see you
find
searching.
The page that
I'm watching the eyes dancing across the Google screen.
Yeah. Okay. So we have red ghost pepper, green ghost pepper, yellow ghost pepper, peach ghost pepper, purple ghost pepper, chocolate ghost pepper, orange ghost pepper, white ghost pepper. They are almost exclusively color. There's the chocolate and the peach.
Somehow I don't feel like the chocolate ghost pepper is going to taste anything like chocolate.
No? Yeah, well, we should try. Someone send us some nice, delicious chocolate. It says it's smoky. It says same heat as a red ghost. Oh, okay, so it's hot.
I bet we could get them from our buddies down at...
Sonoran Spice Company?
Yes, thank you.
That's a little section that I wanted to talk about.
Little plug.
Yeah. We'll talk about them in just a second.
Okay. I'll hold off.
But so ghost peppers, they come in different varieties. We use the red, and that's what most people do. I'd love to try out some of these other ones like peach. That sounds great. Sounds like it would go with a mango, but yeah. So the ghost pepper in 2007 was the first chili to have gotten to the million Scoville number.
Nice.
So Scoville heat units, SHUs, is how peppers are rated for their heat. Which is
do you know where that comes from? That number?
Yes. Man,
I thought it was super interesting. So it's if you take, and I don't remember exactly the measurements.
I know. Yeah.
I'm gonna mess that up.
It's like. Yeah.
But if you take, we're gonna make up the initial measurement
for the actual thing. Go to Every Day is a Food Day podcast, that one of their latest episodes on chili peppers, and they explain it perfectly. Boom. We're gonna nail it though.
If you want the partially wrong synopsis, you can just keep listening here. But it's taking that pepper and how many cups of water it would take to dilute the capsicum, which is like the heat component within it, to dilute it down to the point where you can't taste it.
Yeah.
So if you took, and I'm pretty sure it's one pepper.
I think it's milliliter to milliliter.
Is it mill?
Yeah, it's like an equal.
Like, are they pureeing it? Because then that's my question. Are they like extracting?
Extracting,
Is it
probably. Yeah.
Okay.
Like creating like a.
We're gonna have to look further into that.
Man.
I felt so knowledgeable until I started actually talking.
I think you hit it, except for the cup part. I think it's 1 milliliter of the pepper.
I'm pretty sure it's cups. Actual
Yeah?
8 ounce cup.
Yeah.
I could be way wrong.
And then you're adding water until, what was it? It was like,
Until you can't taste the heat.
but
Until
like
the
it was
heat is
something like until 5 out of the 6 of the judges can't taste it, or something like that. It was like something silly like that.
8 out of 10 dentists.
But yeah, it's kind of cool. Like you dilute it down, and these people are sitting here. These poor people are tasting and tasting and tasting. I don't know how long they prolong this. Like they probably get an hour break between at least those first beginning ones, I would think, until like 1 million milliliters. Or, well, you'll look it up here, but maybe you'll find it.
Slowly.
Yeah, you dilute it down, and yeah.
So, through the magic of podcasting science, we did a quick bit of research. One of those, I searched it on Google for a minute kind of things. Didn't find much.
Therefore, it doesn't exist.
Yeah, well, apparently.
Yeah. So we couldn't really find what they use, milliliters, something.
Yeah, we couldn't find it.
Cups.
So we're assuming it's a direct ratio. Like they definitely use an extract of the pepper, often like a pepper soaked in alcohol. Once again, it doesn't say anything about like how much alcohol, how much pepper, blah 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 blah. But they're stating it at like we'll call it like a mill to mill ratio on that.
Yeah.
So
I guess, yeah, if you use whatever volume you use, as long as they're the same. So you take, let's just use milliliter. You take 1 milliliter of the capsaicin extract, and you add 1 milliliter of water, and you taste it. And then you add 2 milliliters of water, and you taste it. And you go until you find, what was it, 3 out of 5.
3 out of 5 trained judges.
Yes, poor judges. Holy cow. Till they can't detect it. And we're talking about peppers that reach up to 2 million. So
Is that the record right now?
Potentially. So
There's a lot of yeah. But right now's the time.
Okay, so we'll go through the history. So the ghost pepper, it in 2007 was the first pepper to reach 1 million Scovilles, like officially. Like there could have been some home grower that's got like some crazy one or anything, but submitted and approved by Guinness, which is interesting. Guinness Book of World Records, not the stout company. But yeah, in 2007 it was the first to surpass 1 million Scoville. And then in 2017 there was a pepper that was created, and it was a couple generations already in, but finally went to Guinness for the test, and it was none other than the Carolina Reaper pepper. And so in 2017, not that long ago, right?
No, all this stuff is
ago.
pretty recent.
Yeah, this one for sure. There was a range, and I think it was 1.8 million when it was tested, but it's been also tested now to be 2 million or a little bit above 2 million Scoville. So double what was what was previously the hottest.
Well, and I've heard there's a little like I don't know. I was going to say lots of words that weren't the right ones, but like that there's a little bit of give and take. That's still not the right word. But some people
Variation?
Like is it that one pepper from a plant, or is it the plant as a whole? So like if you have this plant that everything else on it is only 1 million, and then you get one pepper off of this plant that's 2.5, does that count as does that single pepper represent the entire, species essentially?
That's a great question.
Or do you have to take like, so it's kind of, it's in contest.
Yeah, there could be a minimum number of peppers that you have to test to take an average.
Right. And it's something that like, there's just, some of this stuff is so new, like they haven't come up with any sort of like a standardized, are we looking at peppers or are we looking at plants? Are we looking at,
Yeah.
So it's just kind of interesting.
Yeah. Things we don't know, but.
Evolving science.
There you go. Yeah. And so, so we got that Reaper pepper, which is still holds the hottest pepper. But there's one right now that is being, I don't know why it takes so long, but like it's put into the running now, and it's called Dragon's Breath.
Ooh.
And so it was submitted.
Just a mild one by the name,
yeah,
I'm guessing.
Dragon's breath.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's actually, it's more like a bell pepper. Here, try it. And so this cultivator has submitted it, but has done other tests, I guess not official tests, and they got up to 3 million.
Holy cow.
I think it averaged somewhere in the high twos, like mid to high twos. So it was.
So for a point of reference for folks, pepper spray or mace, which is literally made from the peppers, usually runs between 1 to 5 million.
Yeah, big range.
1 million on the low. Yeah, that's a huge range. Yeah, that's the difference between like that kind of hurts versus like I'm going to go ahead and use this spoon to pull out my eyeballs because they burn so much.
Yeah, I'm going to vomit either way.
He actually just got pale thinking about it.
Yeah.
Do you want one of these million Scoville gumballs I got?
I do not. But I heard the gumballs weren't as bad as the nerds.
Yeah, the nerds were extremely hot.
Yeah, we got to try these. So we'll talk about this when we talk about Sonoran.
Yeah.
But that's the two peppers we use. So 1 million Scoville for the ghost pepper, and up to 2 or 2+, low 2 millions for the Carolina Reaper pepper. So we used the two hottest peppers around.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Well, there's probably a lot that are in between 1 and 2 million, I would say, maybe.
But at least 1 million.
Yeah. Yeah. 1 million Scoville. All right, well, Mr. Charlie Falcon's head mead brewer is working over there. Basically, he shooed me away. Just kidding. Hey. So we just had our first taste of one of the 2022 Mango Reaper batches, and making mead is, I don't know, part of the process is to continually test it, right? Wouldn't you say?
Yes, quality control.
Quality assurance for sure. And so we just tasted it. What are we thinking right now?
Needs a little more heat.
It's simple. Here we go. Nick Perez, straightforward. What are we gonna do? What's the next step then?
Crushing up some more peppers, letting them soak for a while. Probably check them in a day or two and see how the heat level increases.
Oh, Charlie, now you're free, huh?
Back.
He's back. Yeah, a little important process. I don't want to mess up anything at all. So it looks like we're filtering. What are we filtering?
We are filtering prickly pear.
Right on. Yeah, so not the Mango Reaper, not yet, but we just made those additions. What were your thoughts on the first taste?
It was good. I think most people don't know this, but Reaper and Ghosts actually get along really well. So, they were in there doing their thing, but we needed a little bit more of both. So,
yeah, need that spicy army to step it up a little bit. Yeah. And that's, I think, pepper's an agricultural product, right? So, like, some years and some batches can be, it's not the most consistent thing in the world. So, I think that may have something to do with it. Because did we put in the same amount? Were there any changes made?
No changes. Same recipe as last year, but you never know. The mango could have been different and just hits it with the peppers differently. Could have been the honey. Nothing's ever exactly the same in our world. So we got to use the old taste buds to try to get it exactly where we want it before we put it out.
Yeah, perfectly said. Agree 100%. Yeah, it's not. You can make it as much of a science as you want, but it is also art as well.
True, very true.
And the third of the three amigos, or maybe sometimes the three stooges, I don't know, depending on the day. Mr. Clint, we just had a taste of the Mango Reaper to test it out, this year's batch. What were the thoughts?
A little bit less spicy, but I think we'll make it work.
Oh, well, you guys will definitely make it work. You're all calm and collected back here, and just because we know it's going to come out amazing. Is Mango Reaper one of the ones you enjoy?
Oh, yeah, definitely. I love me spicy stuff.
Yeah. So, cool. Well, thank you, production. Thanks for working on this beautiful, delicious product. Appreciate it. Cool. So we'll come back to my next one because we really, obviously, something is like tickling our innards to talk about the Sonoran Spice Company.
Yeah.
And so they're the company that we got the peppers from. And I don't know, can you kind of tell people how we came about them?
That one was Perez researching that one, I'm pretty sure. Correct me if I'm wrong, but Nick Perez went and researched that one and found them. It's actually another small business here in Arizona. And so we always love trying to, help support other small businesses. It's how the world, we scratch a little back. And they've been great guys. They actually came up this time for this batch when we did the release. They actually came up for the release, and I got to meet the owner of the company and stuff. Super nice guy, Jared, and told me that his warehouse is a rough place to be sometimes.
Really?
Their packaging room.
Gotcha.
Is like you kind of want to wear gloves, mask, eye protection, because just going in there and packaging, like, you're gonna be crying.
Oh, I can imagine. When you first said it's a rough place to be, I thought you meant like it's like in a bad neighborhood or something.
No. Great neighborhood. Great neighborhood.
Great neighborhood. Neighbors are awesome. They cry a lot, but
yeah, like tears of unfathomable sadness.
Yeah, I can imagine a production facility in this like Carolina Reaper Ghost Pepper, all other peppers, kind of like,
oh man, I couldn't even imagine.
Volatiles and aromatics and fine mist powders of
our production smells like bread and honey.
Yeah. Theirs smells like the Grim Reaper.
Yeah, it smells like fire.
Yeah. So they're based down in Scottsdale, Arizona, right?
Yeah.
Correct. Yeah, and so
so actually a really nice neighborhood, probably.
Yeah, for sure. And so this last batch of peppers we got, they since we kind of met them and started a relationship, they sent us some goodies.
All kinds of goodies.
Yeah.
It was pretty awesome.
Thank you, guys. Well, kind of thank you.
Yeah. Well, yeah. They lit us up.
Yeah. Yeah. So one of the things they sent us were these tubes of, they call them like chili nerds.
Yeah, I think that's a perfect description of them.
Yeah.
It's totally like, it looks like Nerds candy.
Nerds!
And they have been dusted with fire.
Yeah.
One of them was jalapeno, and that one was pretty mellow. It was pretty tasty. I liked it. And the other one was the ghost pepper.
Yeah. Was it, or was it Reaper?
I don't know. They scared me either way. I couldn't hold them for very long.
I think it was Ghost. I'm sorry. I think you're right. I think it was Ghost.
I had like 10 nerds.
You
which
did?
Would be, yeah, it was like, that would be like a laughable amount of nerds for my sweet toothness.
Yeah.
And, baby, those lit me up.
Yeah. I had one.
Well, nobody's ever complained that I'm particularly smart,
It was
Nick.
hot. I don't know how big 10. It's not 10 times the amount of heat, but it's like, yeah. Yeah, they were hot. They're cool.
I quickly ate a bunch of cheese afterwards and then stuck my head in a river.
Nice. Yeah. Yeah, it was hot for sure. But like really cool. I think if you sprinkle like a couple of them on ice cream. I always like chilies with ice cream. I do.
Chili ice cream thing?
Chiltepines, which is another pepper from the like kind of borderlands of the U.S. and Mexico.
That's the actual name of it, chiltepines?
Yeah. Yep. Chiltepine. Chiltipin.
Save it for the spelling bee, Nick.
Yeah. Little red, tiny little kind of like oval or round peppers. Mm-hmm. Very, very hot, but the heat goes away very quickly. I mean, relatively quickly. It doesn't stick around like a habanero.
Right.
And then you're left with the flavor. And I love the flavor. It is my favorite pepper, for sure. Yeah, so I used to crush them up. They come dried, crush them up on ice cream. So
You're saying that to a man who loves his green chili.
I know. I have a question about that later.
You can drag the boy out of New Mexico. You can't drag the New Mexico out of the boy.
You can try.
You won't get anywhere, though.
It's so good. I'm almost done with my glass. Yeah, so Sonoran Spice, big shout out to them. If you're looking for some fun, variety of chilies, they've got gumballs, they've got these nerds, they've got, the whole dried chilies. They have
all your spice needs.
Seriously, you go on their website and you're like, products, you're like, oh, they're just going to have dried chilies. You're like, no, there is a ton of different products.
If you like spicy stuff and you're going somewhere else, you might be wasting your time.
You could be, for sure. Cool. Well, glad to talk about them. So I want to talk quickly. This would be a long episode here, but it's a delicious mead, so it deserves it. I want to talk a little bit about a specific day in the production of our first batch of Mango Reaper.
I was so excited about this day.
Yeah.
So, especially, I was very curious how much of the capsaicin would actually end up coming out of the peppers when it's sitting in there, especially because our meads are 13% alcohol. So I tend to think like usually alcohol helps extract stuff out of other stuff for all the beautiful vernacular that was.
Perfect.
But I kind of figured like it's going to pull out a fair amount, because what we were noticing was soaking them in the mead is that we weren't getting a whole lot of additional heat after them being in there for about 48 hours.
Yeah. Okay.
48 hours. And so I was like, well, maybe it soaked all the capsaicin like right out of the peppers. And so the guys are in the back pulling all these peppers out of this batch. And we've got like, multiple 5-gallon buckets filled with these mead soaked peppers. And I go back there and I was like, hey, anybody tried these yet? And the guys are like, no, we've been busy. And I was like, well, I'm going to give it a try. And so I take one pepper out.
And at this point, I just want to say we've all kind of like crept like around you.
Yeah.
Like we've all kind of joined in like,
Yeah. I'm the first one there, but I was not the dumbest one there.
Not this time.
Yeah. Usually, yes. This time, no. And I just barely touched my tongue to the outside of one of these peppers. And I was like, holy cow. That is fire in my mouth. Like, that is still super hot.
Yeah.
Like that is danger hot.
Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. No, Will Robinson.
And then, of course, after I did that and said, woo, that's pretty hot, boys. Then, of course, the next guy comes up and he's like, oh, yeah? Let me see. That was probably you. And then it was like a little nibble off the tip of the pepper. And like if you know peppers, the different parts of the pepper also have a different heat level within them. That capsaicin is not homogenized throughout the flesh of the pepper.
It's tied to the vein and surrounding the seeds.
Yeah. So that's why seeds can be one of the hottest parts of the pepper.
Yeah.
A lot of vein in there. A lot of vein. Nick is still fighting Mothra over here. Oh, snap. He carefully caught it and released it outside. And so I take a little nibble off the top of it, or I take a lick on the pepper, and I was like, holy crap, that's too hot for me. And then Nick comes up, he takes a little bit of a nibble, and he's like, holy cow. And of course, quickly it became a competition to see who could eat the most pepper. And that night, we were supposed to have all of production as well as the mead slingers over to the house to work on coming up with the cocktails for the next few months. Because we like to kind of throw a little shindig sometimes and just enjoy creating cocktails, get creative, get crazy with it. It's a pretty fun thing. And everyone in production did not make it.
Nope.
It was, and a couple guys called in the next day because it was so rough. Because by the time it got to the end, and Perez has definitely got a love for the Scovilles.
Yeah.
He loves his heat.
Scovophile. Yeah.
Scovophilia.
Ooh, nice.
Yeah. If that's not a word, it's going to be now.
Drinking horn, stamp it.
Dibs. And he ate like an entire pepper of each of them.
Whoa.
Because you could see the difference in them even once they've been soaked and slightly smashed up. Like, and he ate one of each, and then he didn't make it that night. He did not make it to work the next day. It was a little fiery.
Yeah. I just took that little. You talk about when I came up and took a nibble. That was it for me.
Oh man, it was hot.
Done. I like a little spicy, but no. I was like, I get it. My brain understands what's going on here.
Oh yeah.
I'm checking out.
Yeah, and no, I have already gotten over my level. It is too hot.
Yeah, but we all, none of us made it to the cocktail. Well, you were there because it was at your house, I think.
Yeah. I was forced.
Yeah, all the rest of us, nope.
But I only took the weeest lick.
The weeest lick.
It just lit my mouth on fire. It didn't progress any further than that.
Yeah, but so the moral of the story is, even though you get the spice you want into your alcoholic fermented beverage, there's still plenty to go around. Pretty much all of it to go around.
Seriously, I don't think, it didn't feel like any of it came out of them. There was no thinking this might have been a bell pepper.
No.
It was one of those where you're like, I need to make sure to wash my hands 5 times now, because if I touch my eyeball, I'm going to really hate myself.
Yeah, it's funny. I was scratching my eye right when you did that. Yeah.
It made you a little nervous.
I was like, oh crap. Because I did that student teaching once.
Oh yeah?
A student dared me, had a habanero, and dared me, whatever. He's like, Irvin, eat this. I was like, okay, cool. So I took maybe half the pepper, the habanero, a good bite, maybe a quarter. I don't know. And I'm like, oh man, yeah, that's hot. I mean, but a habanero is not. It's not a Reaper pepper. by any means. But go down and I sit in the corner, my student teacher corner, and I'm sitting there, and just the slightest little touch of the inner part of the eye
Oh, no,
like just
dude.
just a little tiny wipe, nothing. Didn't even think twice about it, just like boom. And then all of a sudden, I get up and I run. It's a tiny little school. It's got 4 classrooms. And I run out and they're like, "Oh, what happened?" And I'm like, "I touched my eye." And like the whole school basically goes to the like kitchen area, the sink. And I'm like,
Watches you try to rinse your eyeball out.
yeah, with
You're
water.
like, it's
but
water.
there's no
You're
milk.
spreading it
Yeah,
around.
Yeah. I'm like, "Shut up," as I'm like drooling and snot's coming out of my nose.
You know, you don't have to feel too bad, because I let my 7-year-old son at one point talk me into eating like, I don't know, like 10 ounces of wasabi or something like that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. And then jumping on a trampoline for 2 hours. It
Oh.
It ended about like you'd think it ended.
Yeah. I'd love to hear anybody out there who's listening stories about hot peppers, like whether it's
Yeah.
like a belt measuring contest between guys, or like a experience like we're talking about with like
I like to
ton of
use the word
wasabi.
belt.
Yeah, jumping on a trampoline after that, or eating peppers. Please let us know. Send us give us a voicemail of your story. That
Yes,
would be
please.
amazing.
We will read it on whatever episode we're doing next. We don't care what the episode is.
Yeah, we'll play it.
We're
We'll
just gonna
keep you
stick it in there.
anonymous, or we'll put your name on it, whatever you want us to do.
Yeah, let us know whether or not we can play it, please.
Yeah, go to speakpipe.com/drinkinghorn. So speakpipe.com/drinkinghorn. And it's very simple. You don't need to download anything. You don't need to do anything. Just,
Smoke pipe.
that's not what I spelled, is it?
No.
Oh, speakpipe. Just making sure. .com/drinkinghorn. And you just hit the record button. You talk, you tell your story. Hit send. I don't even know. Yeah, I think you hit send. It goes to us, and we'll do it. So anyway, we'd love to hear your pepper stories.
Yeah.
I mean,
There's
we
gotta
say
be
that, but
tons.
like
There's
we
gotta be tons
really,
out
really
there.
would. We
Yeah.
really would love it.
You're going to get a personalized message back from us.
Yes.
Because I'm excited to hear your stories.
And a high five. Here's a pre-high five.
Nice.
Nice. Yeah. Cool. So that was production calls in sick. Yeah, I think we covered the mead pretty well.
I think so.
yeah.
It's an amazingly balanced mead. Perez did an awesome job with kind of coming up with the initial run through and getting a fire under our asses to get it going and make a big batch of it. And so, and it's now an absolute favorite. I mean, we have retailers that are like, hey, when that comes back out, like I need 3 or 4 cases right off the bat, because like I got customers bugging me about it and they're driving me nuts.
Yeah, like
So,
customers that I've got a customer that wants to buy an entire case.
Yeah.
And that's so true across the board. Like
You ended up, you bought a case to try to take it back out to the family in Oklahoma, and the first case didn't even make it.
No, it stayed in Tempe with my dad. Yeah, and then like my mom's like, where's the mead? And so I had to send her off with a case too. And now I've got my cousins addicted. I'll tell you what, man, this mead is
The fire, something. Like the sweet with the spicy balance on this one. Like I've always, you guys have heard me say it before. Like I love like the tart to sweet balance in a lot of stuff. I love the passion fruit, the pomegranate, the cranberry, the lemon ginger, the raspberry lemon mead, the unicorn blood. Like I love that tart sweet balance. And like this plays in some strange way right into the same thing with the spicy sweet balance.
Yeah.
It's, I mean, Nick and I just made a bottle of it disappear.
Yeah.
It was so good. We're magicians.
Yes, magicians of alcohol. Watch as I make this. No, it's absolutely wonderful. I think it's a match made in heaven with these peppers and the mango and the orange blossom honey all together. And yeah, if you haven't had a chance to try it and you at all like spicy, again, don't fear the Reaper.
No.
It's not overpowering at all. It's just a little tingle, but the flavor, the smokiness, you got to grab some. And I'll tell them now, you can grab it at the mead hall, or you can go to drinkinghornmeadery.com and buy it online and have it shipped. 3-bottle minimum, but whatever, just get 6 or more. If you get a case, you get a discount, a 10% discount.
Yeah.
So why not get a case? Because you know what? You could share it with everybody. Holidays.
And you know what mead
What
does?
a great holiday gift.
It stores very well.
Yeah,
for a
it's
long,
not.
long
Yeah,
time.
it's not like other
Save on
beverages.
shipping. Buy in bulk.
There you go. Yeah, save on shipping, buy in bulk, and put them away, and they only get better. So, yeah, do that. But before we go, I've got 5 questions to Evan.
Oh, nice. I totally missed it on the echo.
That's okay. It's for me.
Me.
Yeah. All right, here we go. You ready?
I'm ready.
Quick fire questions.
All right.
All right. Hatch chilies, red or green?
Green.
Favorite spicy dish?
Anything with green chilies added to it.
Red Hot Chili Peppers or the Foo Fighters?
Ooh, chili peppers, baby.
What should the next
Slap at the base, you know?
flea?
Yeah, all day long.
All right, they've come up with the new hottest chili in the world. You get to name it. What do you name the newest hottest chili in the world?
I want to name it something that is entirely deceptive. We're going to call it the milk pepper.
The milk pepper.
Yeah.
MILK.
Yeah.
All right. And finally, the best place to eat a fresh mango.
Oh, I mean, my immediate thought is somewhere like tropical on a beach.
Yeah.
That's where I want to eat. That's where I want to eat. I've probably said that for a lot of answers on things because like the best place to eat or drink anything in my opinion is like either the top of a mountain or on a beach.
Yeah.
And that mango ain't making it to the top of the mountain because that thing is heavy. They're heavy.
That is a lot to carry. Yeah. Nice.
Good sugars in them though, you know.
Yeah. It'll get you down.
Yeah.
Cool. Nice. Well, thank you for meat is good. Thanks for participating in the 5 questions to Evan.
I like
cool.
this. I like this segment of things.
Yeah, me too. Anything else about Mango Reaper?
I think that's about it.
Yeah.
It was a masterpiece created by Nick Perez. It's got a beautiful balance, and we hope you get to enjoy some before it's all gone again, because it's just a seasonal.
It is.
Even being a 3-batcher, if this thing makes it like 3 months, I'll be shocked.
Yeah, get it now, store it, give it as gifts. And one last thing, the only thing I can think of is the label is awesome.
It is pretty sick, isn't it?
So yeah, check out the thumbnail that I put up for this episode. It'll have the label on it. That's all I'll say about it. You just got to look.
It's literally got a ghost Reaper.
Yeah, well, there we go. I wasn't going to explain it, but Evan just... Sorry.
Well, no, because that's a Grim Reaper.
Yeah.
But the way we added it into the label is we turned down all kinds of transparency on it, and so that he's coming in as a Ghost Reaper. So it's like both the Ghost Pepper and the Carolina Reaper. For those of you who love your visual puns, it's punny as fuck.
Perfection in a label.
Yeah, beautiful.
Cool. Well, again, I'm Nick Irvin.
And I'm Evan Anderson.
And this has been a Release the Mead with Mango Reaper Pepper on none other than your favorite podcast ever.
The Drinking Horn Meadcast.
Meadcast.